Check, check. Oh, I'm hot. I'm hot. I didn't know I was live in here. Welcome to it. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed at all times here, but appreciate you guys tuning in as we watch the Denver Broncos Chargers game. Watched the Colorado game on live stream last night. That game did not end up the way that we wanted. It was a fun game, but hopefully Broncos today can figure this thing out. Man, we're off to a rough start, though. Holy cow. Start off with rough interception from Bo Nix on the first drive. Pat Surtain ends up getting hurt on the next possession, and we've been spiraling. Defense has been doing their best to limit the damage, but unfortunately they've been put in some bad positions here. And now we've got, as Tony points out, we got a second fumble from Javonte. Not good. You see him on the sideline there. He's pretty ticked off. And this one all of a sudden starts to feel like it's got the makings of an ass kicking from the Chargers. Hopefully Broncos can turn this thing around here. But I tell you what, Bo Nix, he's throwing a couple passes here between this game and last game. You know, the deep ball to Troy Franklin last week, the deep ball to Marvin Mims this week. At some point, these receivers got to make a play for him, but clearly Bo is not comfortable throwing the ball down the field. Those have been two pretty good deep balls from him, but, man, when you see Bo throw those deep balls, man, he's redlining. He's putting absolutely everything he can into those throws. But he's had two pretty damn good throws to those guys, and at some point a receiver's got to make a play for him. But between the interception, the fumbles, Pat Surtain goes down. Weird game, man. Jim Harbaugh. What happened to Harbaugh? Goes down with a illness, enters the blue tent. You don't see that happen all too often. A lot of weird things going on in this game. I actually I predicted a Broncos loss in this game, but I didn't think it was going to look like this. In the next three games, the Broncos need to go 2-1. You go 2-1, and they got a lot in front of them. Get to the halfway mark of the season with 5 wins, and shoot, you're right where you want to be. Why do you think our offense is so sorry? Like, why can't we move the ball at all? I don't know, man. I mean, look, I'm not a Bo Nix hater. I'm not. But the reality is he misses a lot of open throws. He does. And you saw it in the first drive. I think that Sean Payton's been trying to figure out how much of this offense he can open up for him. And between the combination of Sean trying to handcuff Bo Nix a little bit, Bo Nix missing a bunch of wide open throws, Javonte Williams putting the ball on the ground, it's just been a recipe for disaster all season long. Javonte on the sideline looks like he's a nose head. Yeah, you know what? I saw that too. I'm not going to lie. Look, I've had bad games where I've given up multiple sacks, and you get to the sideline and you feel like you've let the whole team down. That's the problem, man. It's not just you. You feel like you let the whole team down, and so when you get to the sideline, sometimes you need a buddy to come pat you on the back, be like, dude, we believe in you. We trust you. The ironic part about it for Javonte having a bad game here is he's really turned it on of late. He's been playing good football. Ever since the Jets game, Javonte Williams has been playing pretty damn good football. Broncos give up big gain on an easy screen play. Screens can be dangerous when you're super aggressive pass rushing group. Oh, man, I hate that. Broncos got a 5-man defensive front right there. They're coming out knowing that the Chargers are going to run the football. So you come out, you can get in a bare front, you can do a handful of different things. But when you put 5 guys on the defensive line like that, it's because you know they're going to run the football. Chargers just gash them even with 5 guys on the line. Justin Herbert comes into this game, and he had not thrown for 200 yards in a single game this season. It's pretty freaking weird, man. Justin Herbert hasn't thrown for 200 yards. Well, he's going to crush that stat in this game. Bo wants to know why can't the Broncos run a successful screen? Actually, Bo, the Broncos have run the hell out of screens this year. Last week, they probably had 8, maybe 9 different screenplays called. I'm not even kidding you. And they did have some very successful screens. I think what that is, though, is that's Sean not trusting his quarterback. There's a couple ways to push the ball down the field. When it's 3rd and long, okay, you can throw the ball down the field, or you can try to scheme it up. And 3rd and long screens, that's go-to for a lot of play callers, especially with the young quarterback, that you don't want to press the ball down the field. And Sean Payton's dialed up a bunch of them, like tons. I think missing Alex Singleton in a game like this hurts even more. Yeah, but I'll say this. Justin Sternad's been playing damn good football, man. He has. Justin has been on this team for like 7 or 8 years now, and in the last 3 seasons, I don't think he took a single snap on defense, just as special teams all-star. And he's been filling in pretty good. But listen, I'm a huge Alex Singleton fan. So, yes, losing Alex hurts. Luckily, they've got the Saints on Thursday. Shoot. Let's just get through this one alive, man. Hopefully Pat Surtain's all right. Man, okay, the Surtain injury changed this game completely. Still pathetic that we have to root for first downs. So the deal with the Pat Surtain injury, if you look at it closely, man, bangs his head on the ground, doesn't look that vicious. I definitely had my share of concussions in my career, and by far the worst concussions I ever had simply come from boom, banging your head on the dirt. It's usually not from a big collision. I did have one bad concussion, taking a knee to the head, but the worst ones I had, it was more or less like a non-contact hit when you just face plant, put your face in the dirt, or you hit the back of your head. To me, those have always been the worst concussions. So even though the Pat one didn't look too severe, it definitely concerns me. All right, 3rd and 1. Big play here for the Broncos. I mean, even if you stuff them, I'm sure that Chargers are going to go for it on 4th down. Analytics say you got to go for that just about every single time. But with minute 52 left in the game, it'd be really nice if the Broncos could hold them to 3 here. And they pick up the first down. Of course, they pick up the first down. They're just talking about Sean's calling timeouts, trying to get the ball back. Shoot. I don't know, man. Yeah, it'd be nice to score, but worst thing that could happen is you go out there and press the ball down the field. Bo Nix tosses another interception. Chargers get more points. But Broncos really need to hold them to 3. Really need to hold them to 3. You don't want to go into halftime down 20-0. Herbert scrambles out, buys some time. Good coverage by the Broncos. Riley Moss been a low-key MVP on the defense this year. Playing tremendous ball. Paired up with Pat Surtain as the number 2 corner. Riley's going to get more time covering the ones now, covering the number 1 wide receiver with Pat Surtain out. Oh, that's a hell of a beard right there. So it looks like a lot of effort. Dyeing your beard every week for the Broncos game. Oh, we got to get that ball out right there. He stuck that ball out. Somebody's got to punch that thing. Instead, Chargers score. They go up 20-0. This is an ass kicking, boys and girls. This is an old-fashioned ass kicking. Damn. God, we should have punched that ball out right there. Freaking 11-play drive. Second time in this game already that the Chargers have had like a 4-minute or 5-minute long drive. Makes life hard on an offense, man. That makes life real hard on an offense. When you're sitting on the bench the whole time, then you got to come out. You got to try to get something going. You got 1 minute left. You got one timeout now. Here's what you do. You come out, first play, get a drive starter, okay? Quick bubble screen. Maybe even run the ball. Probably not. But get a bubble screen. Something that has got the ability to have a big play on it without taking a huge risk. You're damn sure not going to take a 7-step drop on the first play of the next drive. You're going to have a bubble screen, something quick. If you get a big gain on it, now you go no huddle and you try to score some points. If you don't get a gain on first down, you probably re-huddle and you let the clock expire. That'd be my guess of how this thing's going to work out. You can call an old-fashioned running back screen also. The new dynamic kickoff that they have to call the dynamic kickoff sucks. Should call that thing the static kickoff. All right, Bo, just don't make a mistake. Seriously, I am not overly anxious to see the Broncos push the ball down the field here. Damn, the announcer literally just said exactly what I said. Looks like Plumbo knows what he's talking about. Okay, all right, you got a drive starter. Get up on the ball. Now you got to throw for the sideline. You don't have to go down the field. Get 6-8 yards right here. That's okay. That's going to be incomplete. See, Bo's got to know right there. You can't do that. You can't scramble around. You got 40 seconds left on the clock, 45 seconds left on the clock. The last thing you can do is take 10 seconds trying to throw the football. If the ball's not there, throw it away, man. Save the time on the clock. There's a good ball to Cortland. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, call timeout. I'd call timeout. Yeah. Oh, we got a flag, of course. Garrett Holds get us. Quinn Miners. God dang it, man. Finally get something going. We got another penalty. Offensive line, man. These guys make too much money to be making mistakes like this. I'm not going to lie to you. They do. Yeah, you got to let that go, Quinn. That's going to get called every time. You got your arm hooked around his neck. Yeah, maybe you're on a bubble screen, maybe you're on a draw. Let's get the heck out of here, man. Chargers are going to call timeout, though, if the Broncos run the ball. I guess that's why you throw it, because Chargers will call timeout no matter what. Come on, don't do something stupid, Bo. Don't do something stupid. Gosh dang it, that was stupid. Got away with it, but that was stupid. What are you doing, man? Have some awareness. Fans are booing Bo Nix off the field right now. They're fed up. They're frustrated. Come on, boom this sucker. Oh, decapitated him. Rip the helmet off. Maybe somebody needs to piss off Bo Nix. Somebody get in a fight with Bo Nix on the sideline. He seemed to come out a little bit heated. Halftime, somebody tell a joke about his mama. Bo doing his best Russ impression. Like I said, Justin Herbert is yet to throw to 200 yards in a game this season. He's already thrown for 184 in the first half against the Denver Broncos. Things could not have gone much worse for the Broncos in the first half. Bo Nix comes out, first possession, tosses interception. Second interception, Pat Surtain gets banged up. Javonte Williams puts the ball on the ground. Javonte Williams puts the ball on the ground again. Short field for the Chargers, long possessions for the Chargers. 11, 12 play drives, eating up clock. That is Jim Harbaugh football at its best. Harbaugh was back out there on the sideline, by the way. I wasn't sure when he got back out there, but I just noticed it. That's what Jim Harbaugh wants to do. Ball control. Eat up that clock. Keep the defense out there on the field. Eventually, you run those 3 to 4 yard runs. Eventually, that's going to pop for a 12-yarder. The 12-yarder is going to pop for a 20-yarder. Harbaugh's got this game going the exact way that he wants it to. All right, let's check in on some of these comments. We got a bunch of comments flooded in. By the way, Mount Plumpus Speaks is a podcast. If you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, please do so right now. I'll come give you a high five. I love you for life. The link is in my bio on Twitter if you're watching on Twitter. To really try and build up my subscriber base over there on YouTube. So you'd be doing me a huge solid if you would go subscribe for me. We've got 1,300 people tuning in right now. I can see your comments, whether you're on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. I can see your comments, so send them in. Any questions you've got, I'm going to get caught up right now. We got a boatload of comments that are flooding in. Now that we got to halftime, I'll go through some of them. Need a tight end. Yeah, Marcus, we do. We need a tight end. Greg Dulcich has probably played his last significant snaps as a Denver Bronco. Sean Payton's lost faith in him. Too many drops early in the season. Dude can't block. Don't have a spot for a dude on the field that can't block and can't catch the ball. That's it. Went to Lucas Kroll. That's just cross your fingers, hope and pray the next man up's going to be better. He's really not. Broncos have got a need for a tight end in a big-time way. You have confidence in this offense to do anything? No. How's that for an answer? No. My partner D-Mac over on Plumps Hastings and D-Mac are over on Altitude 92.5, 12 to 3. Tune in. Great radio show. Best radio show in town. He's the world's biggest Bo Nix believer. And I believe that Bo Nix can get there eventually. But, man, we're so far off. We're so far from complimentary football, from being able to get from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 6, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 4. We are so far from staying on schedule right now. I know we've seen glimpses of it from Bo Nix, and that's fine because we don't need him to peak in week 6 in the NFL and week 7 in the NFL. At the end of the year, we just need that stock chart to be going up, right? It's going to go up, and then it's going to go down, and then it's going to climb, and then down. Look, he's going to have 2-3 interception games. He's been protecting the ball pretty well for the most part for the last couple games, but unfortunately did not protect the ball well today. Wants to bench Javonte. Defense not forcing any turnovers is tough. Yeah, that's the problem. When you've got an offense that can't score on its own, why did we win last week? Because you got 3 turnovers. You scored once on defense. Anytime you score on defense, you win 80% of the time. And you gave this struggling offense a short field to go succeed. So without turnovers, this Broncos offense is going to struggle. PS2 going down is monumental. Yeah, that sucks, man. And with the short week coming up on Thursday night against the Saints, highly, highly doubt we're going to have Pat Surtain back next week. So now we're going to have to game plan without him. Lucky to have the Saints on Thursday. No, I don't know about that. I'd rather not have the short week right now. Broncos just don't look interested in this game, or maybe that's because they're getting their asses kicked if they packed it in. Look, sometimes when you get punched in the mouth early in the game, it's tough to not lose confidence. It is. And I think what's going on right now is you've got a defense who's been playing so damn good for the entirety of the season that at some point when the offense continues to struggle, time in and time out, look, man, it's human nature that a divide will come at some point. I don't think it's happened just yet, but at some point a divide will come, and that's what the Broncos got to look out for right now, because when one side is underperforming, look, man, in 2015 when our offense was struggling, we didn't have problems in the locker room because we were winning football games. But I promise you, if we were not winning football games, there would have been big drama inside the locker room. Huge drama inside the locker room. All right, what else we got? Time to take the gloves off and start slinging the ball. All right, fine. I don't know how much I'd push it, to be honest. He's already shown very questionable decisions, tossed 1 interception, end of the half right there. You're in a 2-minute drill. You're scrambling out to your left. You cross body, throw the ball all the way across the field to the right for what would have been like an 8-yard gain had you actually completed it. That's a terrible decision for Bo Nix right there. Lucky that nothing bad happened on it. Is that the worst half football I've seen in my 51 years? Mike, how quickly you forget the last 8 years. How quickly you forget. And you know what people forget about that Raiders game? The first half was crap. The first half was absolute dog crap. And then the offense figured it out in the second half. So you can cross your fingers, hope and pray that they do the same thing in this game. Figured out in the second half, but this time you happen to be down by 20 points. Not as easy to climb back from it. Denver's got no receivers. Yeah, I'm a big believer in Courtland Sutton, but look, the reality with Courtland Sutton is he is a fantastic number 2 wide receiver. He just happens to be the best wide receiver we've got, so he's a number 1 on this team. That's not a shot at Courtland. He is a very, very valuable player, but outside of Courtland, what the hell do you got? You let go of Tim Patrick in training camp. And if Tim was on this team, he'd be the second best wide receiver we've got. You're trying to force feed Troy Franklin. It ain't working. You're trying to force feed Marvin Mims. It ain't working. I understand why you keep putting those 2 guys out on the field because they bring something to the table that your other wide receivers do not. But listen, man, You would think that Troy Franklin and Bo Nix would have come into this league with a little bit of chemistry based off their history at Oregon together, and it ain't working. Sean Payton ain't it. That's what Josh says. I am I'm a believer in Sean Payton. I hesitate to say it because, man, he's made some questionable decisions this year. Clock management, challenges, timeouts, delayed games. Sean Payton's hands have been all over a bunch of mistakes, but I think that Sean Payton knows football. I think he's going to get this thing turned around with Bo Nix, but it's going to take some time. Look, man, look across the league. Caleb Williams got it clicking last week, but he's been struggling. It takes rookies some time. I'm sure you said the Broncos' 70-point loss last year would be it. That was the worst. Well, yeah. What's your thoughts on the line today? Too many penalties. They're getting paid too much money to be pre-snap penalties, post-snap penalties, holds, things that you can control as an offensive lineman. Look, man, you're going to get beat. They get paid a lot of money too. Those defensive ends, those defensive linemen, they're damn good at what they do, and they get paid a lot of money because they're good at it. So physically, you're going to get beat a handful of times per game, but the penalties are just killing me right now. Unfortunately, Garrett Bowles seems to have turned the corner the last couple of years with all his holding penalties, but he back. He back. Garrett holds his back. Where's the quick game? Getting the ball out of Bo's hands. That's probably how I'd go about it. Yeah. Where's anything of success? They won't figure it out. The fake success got in their head. Sean is not it. D can't get off the field today either. 20-play drive. Seriously. 11-play drive, 100-play drive. Chargers are eating up the entire first half on offense. It's tough to score points when you can't get on the field. How long until Sean Payton could be on the hot seat if things don't turn around? Long time. He'll get at least this year and next year. When you draft a quarterback, right, wrong, or indifferent, that buys you time as a head coach. So the Broncos, first off, don't forget they traded for Sean Payton. They gave up a draft pick, a significant draft pick to go get Sean Payton. They're paying him a boatload of money. And when you draft a quarterback, they'll want to see it through. So I don't think there's anything that can happen this year. Shoot, he's already had success this year. In the big picture, this season's already success. But after next season, if you don't make the playoffs, yeah, we can have conversations then. All right, look, I'm going to take a little break here. I will be back after halftime. Shouldn't be too long. I talked over the majority of halftime here, but stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. That didn't take all too long. Chatted over the entire halftime there, I guess. Got to remove this comment right now. All right, well, this is a freaking vital possession defensively. If you want any chance of staying in this football game, not only can the Chargers not score here, but they can't go on another freaking 15-play possession. Chargers are exactly where they want to be. They want to run the hell out of the football, and now they're in a position where if they could run the ball 12 straight times, they will do that, I promise you. And DK Dobbins gets the first carry of the second half, picks up 7 or 8 yards. Exact opposite of what I want. Vance Joseph's been doing a hell of a job this year, but Chargers are running down their throat today. And what do you guys think about these uniforms? Seriously, I want to know. Send me a comment on YouTube or on Twitter. I want to get a poll. Quick straw poll. Do you dig the orange and blue? I've kind of liked the Broncos uniforms for the most part this year. And when I first saw these uniforms today, I freaking hated them. I thought they were disgusting, but I'm not going to lie, they're kind of growing on me. I don't know why, but they're kind of growing on me. Now that I've been looking at it for a couple hours, it looks kind of good. You know, they're talking about Pat Surtain on the broadcast right now and the impact that's had on this team. Look, man, that's significant, but we just got to we got to stop the ball. Stop the running game. And we got them stopped there, and all of a sudden they get the second push, pick up the first down. What I tell you, they're going to run the ball 15 straight times if they can. I would love to play offensive line for Jim Harbaugh. Offensive linemen love running the football. I don't know why they did that. I have no clue why the Chargers are pulling off a goofy play right now. Just run the ball down the throat. Appreciate it, though. The uniforms suck compared to last week. I thought so, too, but they're growing on me. Tim Patrick's having a great game with the Lions at the moment. I'm not watching it, no. How do you say your name? Noe. No? I'm not a very smart man, Jenny. I'm not a very smart man. All right, 3rd and long. Got him backed up. Get off the damn football field, Broncos. Get off the damn football field. They're highlighting Zach Allen right now. That dude is a freak show. At first, I didn't think he was going to be an upgrade over Draymond Jones. He is. All right, Broncos get off the field, but look at that clock. Look at that clock. They were able to eat up 4 minutes. That's the problem. I mean, when you got to score points, you cannot let the Chargers eat up the clock like this. They get 2 or 3 more possessions, all of a sudden they'll eat up the rest of the game. This drive right here for the Broncos feels like make or break. If you want to have a football game, now's the time. Feels like it's now or never for the Broncos. Noah means Noah. Oh, that's my son's name, Noah. Good to know. Yeah, you talked about just bringing up your other comment from a little bit earlier about Tim Patrick having a great game at the Lions. You know, would I like to have Tim Patrick on this team? I would, but I don't think it was the wrong decision getting rid of Tim at the time. Look, the Broncos had to commit to a rebuild. That's what they had to do. And you can only have so many aging veterans on your football team when you're committing to the rebuild. When you get impatient in the middle of the year and you're like, yeah, I want to win games right now. I want to make the playoffs right now. Of course, it would be nice to have Tim Patrick on this team because he's better than other wide receivers. But I don't necessarily think it was the wrong thing to cut him because you do need to develop guys like Troy Franklin. You do need to develop guys like Marvin Mims. Vele had one hell of a training camp. It'll be nice to get Vele back in action. He was probably between Vele, Lil Jordan Humphrey, and Jordan Sills. Those guys were balling out in training camp. And so you let go of Tim Patrick to make room for as many of those guys as you possibly could. Is this drive make or break for the season? I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I'm trying to keep this season in context of it was never about this year, right? So to be in a position right now where the Broncos are competing for a playoff run, it's pretty fun. But be honest with yourself. Did you think the Broncos are going to be in a position competing for a playoff run? I did not. So no, I'm not going to say this makes or break the season. The season to me will be defined by the growth of Bo Nix. Simple as that. At the end of the year, if Bo Nix has gotten better and better and better, then we got a successful season. I get it, Finkel. I get it, Finkel and Stein. Develop guys like Mims. He's got 3 catches on the season. I understand, but at some point, you do need a speed guy to actually contribute on this team. So who's it going to be? God, estimate that was a dog crap run. Look at the right side here. You got a hole the size of semi truck could run through, and he just barrels downhill. No gain. Estimate's back from injury, trying to find his wheels. Why the hell did he just run straight downhill there? See, this is the best thing Bo Nix has got, his feet. That dude is flat out faster than I thought he was. I knew he had good athleticism, but seeing it in real time on an NFL field, Bo Nix athleticism is what's saving him right now. And I'll say this: I actually don't think he's going to the feet more often than he should. I don't want a quarterback that is trying to get out of the pocket at all times. I like when Bo Nix has used his feet so far this season. Great protection. Bo doesn't like whatever he has down the field, end up throwing the check down to Kroll. Give me the wide view. Did we have anyone open? Yeah, we did. We did. Come on, Bowles. Holy cow. Bo Nix being a magician back there. Best play of the season for Bo Nix. Look, all right, that could be the spark that the Broncos need. Garrett Bowles gets his ass kicked, gets beat in like 0.2 seconds. Bo Nix somehow feels that thing, ducks under it. That's the second time this season he's felt a blindside rusher and ducked underneath it. Buys some time, ends up picking up first downs. This could be a spark that the Broncos need. Bowles gives up pressure again, gets batted, freaking miracle. That ball doesn't get caught. 2 miracles in a row for Bo Nix. Should have been an interception. Bowles has got to use his hands. He's trying to block with his body. You can't be a body blocker at tackle and pass protection. You got to use your hands. Somebody's been asking why haven't we been throwing screens? We just threw the screen. Javonte Williams drops the ball. 3rd and 10. So much for that spark I thought we were about to get. That was a tough catch for Javonte, actually. That's a bad throw from Bo. I'm not putting that on Javonte. He could have caught it. But Bo put that in a bad spot for him. And we've got to delay a game. Way too many freaking delay games. Look, this goes on everyone. That goes on Sean Payton. It goes on Bo Nix. Sean Payton's notorious for getting the play calls in late. I'm pretty fed up with it right now. Broncos are past the 50-yard line. They were in 4-down territory, just like the announcer said. Now you're probably not in 4-down territory because we can't get the damn play call out. Unfreaking believable. Another flag. Looks like it's in holding territory. Might be hands to the face if we get lucky defensively. They're calling illegal formation on Bulls. Your head's got to pass the midline of the center. They've been calling this penalty a lot this year. Bulls does line up very deep in the backfield a lot. I'd like to see the replay on it, see if this is legit or not. Doesn't look like they're going to show it to us, but this has been an emphasis from the NFL. 3rd and 20. So we got the ball past the 50-yard line. We were in 4-down territory. Now we got 3rd in a century. Bowles is pretty deep again. He'd probably get called again. Chucks the ball down the field. 4th down, punt the ball away. Now we got 7 minutes left in the half. The way the Chargers been playing offense, they're probably going to eat up another 5 minutes on this next drive. 3rd quarter's more or less going to disappear on you, and you're still down 3 scores. How about Harbaugh? The freaking belief he's got in his defense. It was 4th and 8 had he declined that penalty. 10 out of 10 coaches are declining a penalty on 4th and 8 because you're getting a punt. He ends up accepting it because he wants better field position. Ends up working out for him. Inexcusable delay game is absolutely brutal on 3rd down. It's brutal. And I don't know how many of those we've had this year. Probably 5 or 6 already. Way too many. Ramiro wants to know, did this game change because of our 1st-round draft pick getting injured? No, not really. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, Pat Surtain's got nothing to do with the fact that we can't stop the run right now. Hey, a Mims target, kind of. Can't say the game changed when he was injured on the fourth play of the game. After the third play was an interception by Nix. I would actually agree with that. Like I said, Sean P's getting out coached. Well, what's driving me nuts about Sean Payton is he's a part of the problem right now with the play calls getting in late. He is. Chase Daniel, who's on Fox Sports now, played about 15 years as a backup quarterback in the NFL, played for Sean Payton out there with New Orleans. Chase Daniel told the story a while back of Sean Payton's when he's in your head as a quarterback, when he's getting the play call out, you've got the earpiece in your headset there. And he said Sean Payton was typical, all right, we got Spider 2 wide banana, 2 jet all go, canned 18 week. Hey, check for that safety. Safety rolls over the top. We're going to get that other guy come down to the box. The guy comes down to the box. We know we got to alert that. Alert, we got to go Oscar. Right? So then as a quarterback, you're in the huddle trying to get the play call out. He's still talking over you after you're trying to get the play call out. It gets confusing. Yeah, Sean Payton's got his hand in this thing, man. This is embarrassing. Bad luck for the Broncos, man. Chargers are not even that good. Doesn't it feel like the Chargers about to go on a 6-minute possession or something? Got play action. Good coverage from Riley Moss. Dude's an absolute baller. Riley Moss is a baller. Fun little fact about Riley Moss when he got his interception last week. First white corner to get an interception in the last 20 years. Last one was Jason Sehorn, and I think it was in like 2004 or something like that. Oh, tips and overthrows, got to get those. That's when you get interceptions. Tips and overthrows, got to get those. That's an old Pete Carroll saying when I played for him out there in Seattle. Anytime he'd say tips and overthrows, the whole team had to say, got to get those. And he's right. That's your best opportunity for interceptions. All right, 3rd and 10. Get your ass out the field, Broncos. You got to be kidding me. See, this is you get to yell at Palumbo now. Dumbo Palumbo sitting there hyping up Riley Moss, and he gets mossed. Riley Moss just got mossed. Pretty damn good coverage. I mean, honestly, that's damn good coverage from Riley Moss. He's just got to get his hand up in the air. That's what our receivers can do. Can we get a receiver that can actually make a challenging catch at some point? That'd be pretty helpful. Pretty nice when you got wide receivers that can make plays. I'm ticked off right now. I'm sorry. I hate watching bad football, man. Get that. That's 2 tips and overthrows. Good effort by Brandon Jones. I like Brandon Jones. Been a good football player for the Broncos. Our safety's rock solid this year. Excuse me, our secondary. Good effort right there. Broncos come out with the punt block formation, blitz the house, and Herbert knows his hot route. See, that's the thing. When you blitz the house, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And good quarterbacks, they see it pre-snap. They know where the blitz is coming from. They know where their hot route is. Justin Herbert just bails out as fast and as far as he possibly can, knows his hot route, gets the ball out. Herbert just knew exactly where to put the football. And now the Chargers are going to run the football. Hear Coach yelling, get off the field. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nick Benito, let's go, brother. Let's go, Nick Benito. Broncos got some pass rushers now. Nick Benito has been playing good football. Jonathan Cooper has been playing incredible football. Jonathan Cooper's a late round draft pick, slipped to the, I think he was a seventh rounder, maybe a sixth rounder. Jonathan Cooper slips in the draft because he had a heart condition. That was the main reason why he didn't get drafted. A lot of folks thought that his heart was going to prevent him from playing football. But he's been phenomenal. Nick Benito's been good. Jonah Ellis has been good. Zach Allen's phenomenal on the interior. Jonathan Franklin Myers. Broncos got a great group of pass rushers. All right, 3rd and 18. Broncos should get off the field here. Outside of a penalty, they'll get off the field. Announcers just talked about the time of possession. 29 minutes for the Chargers, 12 for the Denver Broncos. Tough to get in a rhythm. Well, now they got an opportunity to field goal, go up 23-0. Should be pretty much chip shot in the NFL. Broncos now are just playing for pride. That's all. You're going to fold it in. Are you going to quit like a bunch of chumps? Or are you going to play with some pride the rest of the football game? You ain't going to win this thing. I'm going to go get myself a damn snack like Rex Ryan. Let's go get a snack. Be right back. All right, let's check in on the comments here. Get caught up. Mount Columbus Speaks. Good time to do a little self promo here. If you've not subscribed yet to me on YouTube, please go do it for me. I love you for life. Trying to build up my audience over there. Man, you guys been awesome. Started this podcast about 2 weeks ago now, and we've already got like 1.7 thousand followers over there on YouTube, subscribers, I should say. We got 1,700 people watching right now. Appreciate what you guys have done in supporting me here. All right, we got a bunch of comments to go through here. I see a very similar game plan by VJ as he's done all year. Herbert's just flat out beat us each time. Yeah, you're right, Will. Nothing's changed. That's what I was talking about. When you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Hard being a Denver fan right now. You ain't wrong, Moon Guy. If you bet $10 on the Broncos to win, this payout is $710. Well, that would be $10 you're going to lose. I dare you to put 1,000 on it. Doesn't matter if it's 23 or 20. This offense is not going to get us back in the game, plain and simple. Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter, but it's just pride right now. That's all. It's more embarrassing than the debacle from last year. When was the last time we were shut down like this? Well, first half last week. And don't forget to click the like. Yeah, hit the like, subscribe. Appreciate you. I'm a YouTuber. Broncos need to be able to run the ball, man. Quarterback doesn't have it going on today. Got to be able to run the ball. A little bit surprised the Broncos aren't going up tempo here. Just goes to show you, coach has got no belief in this team coming back. All right, taking a shot down the field. Good protection, great time. Bo Nix scrambling around like a chicken with his head cut off. Going to throw the ball away. Nope. Gets a gain of 1. How does somebody not open up when you got 15 seconds to throw the ball? All right, here's the wide shot. Let's see if anybody was open. He really did not have anybody. I don't like how static the wide receivers were on the scramble drill. Look, it's schoolyard time when you go scramble ball. Wide receivers are more or less just standing around like they're content. God dang it. Nix goes with the Peyton Manning self sack. Got a flag down. See if Harbaugh takes the penalty again on 4th down. That'd be the biggest slap in the face ever if he does this again. White Devil. Broncos can't run the ball because defenses don't fear their passing. Yeah, it's tomato, man. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Can't run the ball well if you don't throw the ball. Can't throw the ball well if you can't pass, if you can't run the ball. They just can't do anything. And the Chargers get a short field to start the next possession. Super, good, great, grand, wonderful. Our pets' heads falling off. Man, this is painful. Someone's talking about Spencer Rattler playing good football today out there in New Orleans. I did not see it. If Spencer Rattler played good football, that's surprising to me. Definitely not good news, though. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. You guys see this highlight from Tim Patrick in the Lions game? So I'm sitting here talking about it'd be nice to have Tim Patrick on this team. Gets a go ball from Jared Goff, underthrowing, fights through the defensive back, catches the ball right before it hits the ground. That would be nice if we had that on this football team. I ain't going to lie to you. Oh, jeez. We haven't had a wide receiver make a play like Tim Patrick just made all season long. We're trash. And we suck again, Christopher. We suck again. The Aints have no talent outside of the QB. Well, we ain't got no talent nowhere. No, we got some good players defensively. We don't have any talent offensively, though. Seriously, when was the time somebody made a freaking play on offense? Like I said a little bit earlier, it's not even about trying to win the game now. It's just about finding out if these boys got any pride in their work. When you turn on that film on Monday morning, are you going to be proud of the effort you put out there? They are going after Riley Moss right now. Great coverage from 21 right there. He's gotten beat once or twice this game, but even when he gets beat, he is neck and neck with his wide receiver. There's my guy, Justin Strnad. Man, I was super high on Justin when he came out of Wake Forest. He was a tweener. I don't know if you guys remember Sua Cravens. Sua Cravens was a tweener. He was kind of too big to be a safety. Too slow to be a safety. Not big enough to be a linebacker. That's kind of what Justin Strnad was. But I had high hopes for him coming in, and he's been a good contributor on special teams. But this year, gets an opportunity to play defense, and he looks like the guy I thought that they drafted about 7 years ago. Dominic wants to know, is Sean Payton most at fault for this loss? He's got his hand in it, that's for damn sure. You got delay of games, bad timeouts, some poor clock management. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the head coach to get the team prepared. Clearly, the Denver Broncos were not prepared for this game. It does feel like the Broncos have been getting out coached and game management just about every single game since Sean Payton got here. I'm waiting for that brilliant offensive mind to take over a game, and we just have not gotten it. Post and Ghost want Sean Payton to get fired already. Yeah, that ain't happening. Not happening. He'll get this year and one more. Don't make the playoffs next season. You can have a conversation, but Sean Payton's not getting fired. Look, man, if you take a step back, right? Think about where this team was after week 2. To be in a position right now where we're actively disappointed in this game, I'm not trying to be the glass is half full type of guy here, because I generally speaking is the glass is half empty type of guy, because I'm an offensive lineman, and offensive linemen are grumpy old souls. But we're in a position right now that you didn't think you could be in just a couple weeks ago. So just take a step back here as Broncos fans and realize it was never about this year. You knew that Bo Nix was going to have his struggles. He is struggling, that's for sure. I just want to see progress, man. At the end of the year, give me 2 to 3 games that looks like Jaden Daniels. I don't need 7. I don't need 8 of them. Give me 2 to 3 games that Bo Nix looks like you won a damn game because of him. That's what we need. Give me 2 to 3 games when the season's all said and done that we say Bo Nix won the damn football game. If we did not have Bo Nix out there as our quarterback, you could not have won the football game. The games that we've won, you definitely could say it had nothing to do with the quarterback. That's for sure. Jared Stidham could have won the games that we've already won because the defense has been so damn good. Man, people keep talking about that Dolphins game from last year. It does sort of feel like that. Defense isn't getting dominated in the same way, but they just can't get off the field. Chargers aren't scoring as many points as the Dolphins did because they were so dynamic, but the Chargers are controlling the clock. Third and 10, Chargers decide to just keep the ball on the ground. Interesting decision right there. Almost makes me wonder if they think they're in 4-down territory. They're sending the punt team out there, though. Jim Harbaugh's got a Lamborghini in the garage and Justin Herbert that he's just leaving parked. He's leaving that sucker covered up in the garage collecting dust because he doesn't need to use them. He's driving the day-to-day Pinto, and it's working. They just keep running the football with the Pinto. They don't need to bust out the Lamborghini. Why are Pintos universally known as the worst car of all time? What did the Pinto ever do to you? Hey, good news is Riley Dixon is having a career day. Hell yeah, Dominic. I love punters. That's what we come to the game for, to watch punters, right? When are you going to turn on the super chat option on your channel? Who doesn't love free money? I don't know what the super chat option is. You telling me you'd pay money to watch this thing? I'm down for money. Tell me how to do the super chat. Willie says he's still optimistic moving forward. Plus, it's his son Johnny's 15th birthday. Happy birthday, Johnny. Hey, Willie, tell Johnny Tyler Plum said happy birthday to the young man. A little bit lucky we don't give up a safety there. You know what the Broncos need? They need an Uncrustable. Uncrustable would save the day. get a little sugar rush in there. Good to see Audric Estime making a play. A lot of people thought Audric Estime was going to, hey, whoa, wait a second. Did we just complete a deep ball to Troy Franklin? And then Franklin stands up like an idiot, not realizing that he's not in college anymore? Hey, Troy, you catch the ball in the NFL and nobody touches you. You get to get up and run, dum-dum. And we're finally going no huddle with 12 minutes left in the game. Who knew we were allowed to complete passes? Gabe Rocks says, best uniforms in the NFL last week, worst this week to go along with the blowout. Am I weird? I am weird. I hated the uniforms when I first looked at them, and now they're kind of growing on me. Thick Rick says he doesn't want to hear anyone complaining about Bo Nix because the play calls no line has been atrocious. Hey, Thick Rick. Bo's playing his part, buddy. O-line's been atrocious. There's been penalties. They're not protected well. Head coach is taking too long to put to get the game plan into him. But guess what? Bo Nix still needs to play football. He's got a role to play. Does it just feel like something bad's about to happen? Good completion to Cortland. Keep it rolling. So now's the time when everybody out there, lazy fan, why couldn't the offense play like this all along? They're in 2-minute mode. Look at them completing passes. The Chargers are giving it to them. This is what you do when you get up by a huge lead. You let them complete 5 to 6 yard routes. You'll even give them a 10-yard route. You just say, we don't think you guys can put together. You will not be able to string together 6 to 7 straight passes like this, and we'll find out if they can or not. 4th and 2. I'd say the game's on the line, but the game's already over. Chargers don't like whatever they see. Call timeout. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me a quick emoji. Do the Broncos convert on 4th down after this timeout? I'm going thumbs up because I'm a glasses half full type of guy. That's what I am. Broncos are going to convert. We got 1 thumbs down. We got a no shot. We got a nope. We got no believers. See, me, I'm a true Broncos fan. I'm a believer. Okay, we're going kill. Got a Mike over on the right side. Good pro. Step up and run. Dumps it off. Hell yeah, Vele. Put the ball away, brother. Put that ball away. Why have we not got Vele more involved in this game? touchdown Denver Broncos, and the comeback starts now. Or maybe the defense lets the Chargers go on another 20-play possession. All right, good possession from Bo Nix. Troy Franklin actually gets two catches, 2 receptions on the drive. Vele's got a big play. Cortland got a catch. Garbage time. That's all it is. Bo Nix, the righteous dude, starting the comeback now. It's got to start somewhere, right? Are the Chargers going to charge her? No, they're not. They ain't losing this game, and we're back. Hell yeah, Will. Thick Rick, the Bo Nix defender, out here arguing with himself. Just kidding, Thick Rick. Appreciate you. And Bo Nix is a rookie. People want him to come out and play like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. Don't get me wrong. He's not playing the best, but man, fans of all fan bases want rookies to play like Tom Brady. Well, there's some truth in that, man. And gone are the days of having time to develop a young quarterback. Here's my thing, though. I don't need him to play like Tom Brady. I don't need him to play like Peyton Manning. I just need progress every single week. And that's the part that's been disappointing me, man. You come out against Tampa Bay. Great game for Bo Nix. Then you go out there to New York, and everybody wants to write off the game, be like, oh, you can't judge them because the weather sucked. I say screw that. I watched that film plenty, and there were tons of throws that had nothing to do with the weather. It was just poor decisions. Okay, you bounce that back against the Raiders. Comeback game. In the second half, you get pissed off with Sean Payton on the sideline, and we had good organic growth in the second half. And now against the Chargers, it's plummeted again. I don't need it to be Tom Brady, but I want organic growth. Is that too much to ask for? What do you think our offense needs the most? I know playmakers, but is the number one wide receiver, a tight end, or a stud running back? Well, I think you could definitely get through with Cortland Sutton as your number one wide receiver. Would it be nice to have a more dynamic, true number one? It would, but Cortland's a damn good football player. What the Broncos desperately need for a young quarterback's best friend is a tight end, and they ain't got one. I don't know who's got worse tight end problems, University of Colorado or the Denver Broncos. Colorado doesn't even carry any tight ends. The Broncos actually carried like 5 dudes on their roster, way more tight ends than I thought that they were going to carry. And they really don't need any of them because they all suck. They don't suck. It's just they've all got – Troutman's a complete tight end. He blocks well. He's okay and with receptions. Lucas Kroll is a big-ass target at 6'8", but he's not dynamic. Greg Dulcich was supposed to be your speed threat. He was supposed to be that wide receiver type of body playing tight end. You know the guy can't block to save his life, but you live with it because he's got so much speed. Well, Greg Dulcich can't catch a damn ball. So I think in the offseason, you're going after it. And look, I would love for the Broncos to be in a position to draft Travis Hunter. That would be phenomenal. But if you can't get a top flight wide receiver, I think tight end is priority number one. Mika says, Craig, all the above. Yeah, you're not wrong. Broncos should trade for Andrews. I don't want the Broncos to make a midseason trade. Not one of significance, at least. Would it make sense to trade for a tight end? It would, but here's the problem. When you make a trade in the middle of the season, you're looking at a 1-year rental, maybe a 2-year rental. When you make trades in the offseason, those are generally longer-term commitments. They're guys that you're going to give a long-term contract to, but you make a trade in the middle of the season, give up a second-rounder, third-rounder for a good football player, and he's very likely to hit free agency at the end of the season. So I think the Broncos need to stay true to the mission. They're young. They need to stay organic. They need to draft. They need to develop. I am way behind on whatever's going on right now defensively. I haven't seen a single second of this drive, but we're 3rd and 9, so that's good. Okay, Sack City for my guy Justin Strnad. Justin might play his way into just a full-time role as a contributor on this defense. That was a group effort sack right there, though. A lot of guys were rushing well on that play. Don't call it a comeback, boys and girls. 23-7, 8.5 minutes left in the game. I've seen crazier things happen. Maybe. JN says if we find the end zone, we're alive. Well, you find the end zone, you still need 2 more scores there, JN. Got a ways to go. If they could get Pitts, I would make that trade, but no way does Atlanta trade him when they have a chance to win the division. Yeah, hell no. Atlanta ain't trading nobody. Kirk Cousins, dealing, being Kirk Cousins. One of the most underrated quarterbacks in NFL history. That's not hyperbole. Kirk Cousins is constantly hated on. One of the most underrated quarterbacks in NFL history. Yeah, the Falcons, they'd trade no one. Falcons offensive coordinator is from Chatfield High School. Great kid. I call him a kid because he's a couple years younger than me. Played with him out there in Seattle. Doing a great job. Was coaching with the Rams previously. Yeah, Zach Robinson out of Chatfield High School. Was a great quarterback. Played for Oklahoma State. Fast dude, undersized quarterback. But he's making a name for himself out there in Atlanta as the OC. So you're saying there's a chance? Yeah, 1 in a billion, Dumb and Dumber style. So I'm saying there's a chance. What else you guys got for me? Got any questions? You got any scheme? Got any trades you want the Broncos to go get? Got any dudes you want the Broncos to trade? Who do the Broncos got that they could trade? Nobody. Now they got a bunch of good defensive players, but you ain't trading any of them. You got nobody on offensive value. I mean, nobody. All right, I'm going to the lounge mode. I'm leaning back, getting comfy. Bo Nix buying some time, scrambled out to the right, and gets a big gain of 2 yards. Yeah, that's how we get it going. Thick Rick wants to know if there's any way we could get Devontae Adams. Hell no. No, they ain't trading him in the division. The Raiders would like to trade him out of the AFC entirely, but they damn sure ain't trading him in the division. All right, big play to Cortland. Broncos trying to come back to life here. Look at this. Look at this. 2 deep balls completed in a row. My man Vele getting involved. Vele, by the way, when we were talking about Tim Patrick, the reason why you let Tim Patrick go is because Vele is a clone of Tim Patrick. He's younger, more healthy, although he's coming off an injury. And there's the Bo Nix garbage throw. Got a wide open Cortland Sutton. The NFL gods couldn't let us have 3 nice plays in a row. Uh-oh. Tips and overthrows. Got to get those. Chargers had an opportunity there. 3rd and 10, and all of a sudden the Broncos are stalling out. Obviously, we're in 4-down territory. You might even run the football here, try to get it to 4th and manageable. All right. Could be worse. Make the 4th down a little bit more feasible here. Be a good time for Bo Nix to make a play with his feet, quite frankly. If he gets the coverage that he wants and he gets those guys to drop back in zone, be a good time to take off with his feet and try to pick up a 1st down. Broncos blitz the house, or excuse me, Chargers blitz the house. Bo Nix is going to take off, and he gets it. Well done, young man. Well done. I do not think that Bo Nix properly identified that blitz pre-snap. The Chargers brought a million guys up. I call it the punt block look. You're going to drop 1, maybe 2. You never know which guy's going to come. But Bo Nix ends up scrambling out to the same side that they bring a blitzer, and he's got good athleticism, man. That's the best thing that Bo Nix has got going on. He's got great athleticism. Reminds me of Josh Allen's rookie year a little bit, to be honest. Oh, man, what a hell of a catch from Cortland. I don't think they're going to give that to him. What a freaking catch. They end up giving it to him. It didn't look to me like he came down in bounds, but let's watch the replay here. They have to review it. All scoring plays, they will review it. Okay, what a freaking catch. Oh, he's in. Hell yeah, he's in bounds. The problem is that ball does hit the ground. Does he secure the possession is going to be the question here. Okay, he's got the ball. Does it bobble when it hits the ground? That's going to be a tough one to overturn. I think that's going to stay as a touchdown because it's called a touchdown. If they called, see, okay, but even though that ball does move, you can see it never dislodges from his hand. Never dislodges. I think this has got to stay as a touchdown. Lucky they called it a touchdown on the field, because if they don't call it a touchdown on the field, that's not coming back to him. Gene's territory disagrees with me. He says he does not survive the ground. But I disagree with Gene, because yes, that ball hits the ground, but watch, it doesn't dislodge from his hand at all. Shut up, Gene. Broncos trying to mount a comeback. This thing's got to stay, man. Come on. What a grab by Cortland, no matter what. Remember when I was telling you people discount Cortland Sutton way too much? The dude can play ball now. I told you so, Gene. Suck it. Sampson likes it. Sammy likes it. Says good touchdown. Good touchdown. Yeah, puppy. Good touchdown. Broncos go for 2, and Mims ends up short. Oh, appreciate you, Finkelstein, letting me know I got muted. I apparently got a little excited there as I was showing my buddy Sampson. I should be unmuted now, I believe. That 2-point conversion, that cannot have been your best call. Our best call is a fly sweep. Sammy's so happy with his with the touchdown. He's going to his bone. Going to his bone. The Broncos could use a bone thrown their way. Well, Vance probably starts bringing the house now. Try to create a penalty. Try to create a turnover. Got to punch that ball. Rip that ball out. Down 2 scores. You got to call your timeouts a lot earlier than you want to. Got to save that clock. You got no hope. Second and 2. Actually, I'm not sure if I love that timeout right there. I might have saved it for after the first down. Damn it. And we can't even get him out of bounds. Brandon Jones has got to use that. He's got to use that sideline, man. He's got to knock that sucker out of bounds. You can't let him stay in bounds, man. Chargers coming out with all the big backs, all the big tackles, all the big tight ends. Taking the wide receivers off the field. 4-minute drill. Smart run here by 27 for the Chargers. Dobbins is smart. Spins inside. Makes sure that he can't get knocked out of bounds. Keeps that clock going. Broncos have to call their second timeout. 5 minutes left of the game on first down. Mika is waking up, says, well, probably over. Oh, you finally think it's over? You were holding on. Were you holding out hope until now? Good for you. I'd like to see a mem sweep anywhere except at the goal line. Fine, I'll lean back in my chair right now. I'll get relaxed. There you go. Lean back in my chair. We stuff them. See? I got powers. I got lean back in the chair powers. Broncos are out of timeouts. Pick up one first down. Eat up a little bit of clock. They could run this sucker out, no problem. Stadium's blasting the music like they're still in this game. I suppose in theory they are. They're putting the ball in the air. Fumble. I think he was down. Let's hope he wasn't. Come on, boys. All right, now it gets a little bit interesting. Why the hell did they throw that ball at all? I don't know. Oh, that ball's out. And we got a hold. Negates the fumble, negates the turnover, gives the Chargers an automatic first down. Game killer. Unnecessary play, Jaquan. Unnecessary. Broncos fans can't have nice things. SOB, OMG, got it. Wait, you guys weren't happy with the hold? There's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to point to Bo Nix's fourth quarter and say that he figured it out. Nah, man. It was all garbage time. All garbage time. The bad game from Bo Nix. Bad game for the Broncos offensive line. They got a whole lot of money in that offensive line. Garrett Bowles got paid. Ben Powers got paid. Quinn got paid. Mike McGlinchey got paid. Mike McGlinchey's not playing out there, obviously. You got your backup right tackle, and you got backup center in the game, but the O-line did not get the job done today. See if the Chargers try to go for the kill shot or not. If they want to go for the kill shot, they'll put this ball in the air. They decide not to. Broncos get the ball back. God dang it. If we get that stupid 2-point conversion, all we got to do is call a decent play on the 2-point conversion, and the Broncos got a chance to go tie the football game. But instead, we call the world's dumbest play, fly sweep, going completely lateral. And Marvin Mims, a dude that is clearly not going to break a tackle on the 2-yard line. That was the best we had, Sean? Quinn Miner's the only one earning his money. You know what? Quinn's a damn good football player. There's a reason why he got paid, but Quinn has had too many moments this year where he's gotten beat also. He honestly has. All right, maybe Marvin Mims can take one to the house. And they pin us on the 3-yard line. All right, Bo Nix. Who gives a rat's ass? You're backed up. You're on your 3-yard line. Why don't you go do something cool? Throw the ball over the middle of the field. No chance of getting out of bounds. Clock's going to run. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Good pro. Come on, launch that sucker. We get out of bounds, but we have the 2-minute warning anyways, so doesn't matter. God, all that time, and the best we could do is throw the ball about 6 yards down the field. Three-yard dump play, the Bo Nix special. I call the 3 dump a day the Plumbo special. Bo Nix has a chance to have one of those season moments you talk about. Yeah, he does. He does. Obviously, you're not going to win the game, but hey, man, go make a drive here. This would be a moment, and it would count despite whatever happens in the game. Despite if they lose if they lose the game, this would be a moment if you could march down the field for sure. Well, this one sucked. Ends up turning out to be a little bit interesting then in the game. I would love to know after the game, not that we would get a good answer. I would love for a reporter to ask Sean Payton about the 2-point play. Why did he think that that was the best play he had in his bag? Offensive coordinators, and Sean's not alone here, but offensive coordinators way overthink things. You spend all week, and on your play sheet, you got 5,000 plays, but you've got a 2-point category, and you've predetermined before you go into the game what 2-point plays you're going to use. And you might have 3 total plays on your play sheet because you're not counting on got to catch that ball. Because you're not counting on having multiple 2-point attempts. So you've predetermined going into the game what your 2-point play is going to be. He didn't decide that on the spot. That was decided during the week. Vele's got to catch that ball. It's a good ball from Bo. Vele makes up for it this time. Tough catch. Run the ball to the referee. That's the rule. Get out of bounds or run and hand the ball to the referee. You never throw the ball to the referee in a 2-minute drill because they're liable to drop it and it's going to waste time. You run it and you hand it to the referee. Javonte picks up the first. And we got a penalty. Good. That's going to be a delay game on the Chargers. Should get 15 out of it. Oh, 5 yards. They should have to put time back on the clock there. I know it ends up stopping the clock for the Broncos, which is nice. But if you have a delay game defensively in a 2-minute drill, they should add 10 seconds. Tick, tick, tick. I'm actually with the announcer here. They're talking about kicking the field goal. The second you get in field goal range, I would kick that sucker. The second you get there, then you go try to attempt the onside kick. No reason to waste the clock. Most important thing is giving yourself time once you get that ball back. So I wouldn't mind throwing the ball over the middle of the field here. Go Toro, rush the field goal unit on. All right. Well, you did stop the clock. And they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal like we were talking about. Bo Nix does enough on that drive. All right, Will. Puts it through the uprights. The onside kick success rate is like 3%. So you're saying there's a chance Dumb and Dumber style again. I was just looking it up. The onside kick recovery rate is 5.6%. So I was a little bit low when I said 3%, but that's why a lot of people would rather see a football play. Like, just get the ball, go 4th and 15, rather than trying to attempt an onside kick. I'm actually in that camp. 5.6 is just too low. You don't want it recovered all the time, but at 5.6%, there's no hope. I'd rather see a football play that has like a 20% chance. Oh, he's going no T. It doesn't go 10 yards. Game, set, match. Los Angeles Chargers win the game. And at 5.6%, the Broncos do not land it. What are they even discussing here? It didn't go 10 yards. Oh, we get another chance at this sucker. Okay. Illegal formation on the defense. I'm not quite sure how you do that on onside kick, but okay, I'll take it. He's going to attempt the same one he did last time. I don't like the spinners. Bounce that ball up in the air. Go old school, man. Oh! That was a damn good kick right there. Damn. That was a pretty damn good kick. Will Lutz was making damn sure he put that ball 10 yards. He just kicked it a little bit too hard. Well, Broncos did their best to make it interesting at the end of this game. They just took too freaking long, man. I mean, when you can't get off the field defensively, I'm going to take my headphones off here because I don't need to hear the broadcast anymore. When you allow 10, 12, 15 play drives defensively, guess what? It's tough for an offense to get in a rhythm. But that goes on the offense as well. I'm not putting that all on the defense. Hey, the offense has got to do their job and keep the defense off the field. When you give up a 10-play drive and then your offense goes 3 and out, well, guess what? I'm freaking gassed, and I'm going right back out there again. You know the Chargers are going to do exactly what they want to do. They're going to run the football. Jim Harbaugh is committed to the run in a way that no other head coach in the NFL is. Not even Kyle Shanahan is as committed to the run as Jim Harbaugh is. And they got to do exactly what they wanted to do in this game. Run the ball well. Limit the throws. Although Herbert did almost throw for 200 yards in the first half, and he hasn't even thrown for 200 yards in a game yet this season. Chargers got everything that they wanted. Broncos just couldn't figure it out, man. Bo Nix was struggling. There was a couple bad drops from the wide receivers. Offensive line struggling. Penalties. Pre-snap penalties. We got holds. We got delay a game. Broncos were a hot mess today, man. The whole game was an absolute hot mess from the Denver Broncos. And they got to take a long, hard look at things. And you know what? It starts with Sean Payton. Sean Payton needs to take a long, hard look at things. How's he preparing these guys? What is going on in the pre-offensive play process? What is going on in the play calling process for Sean Payton? Why are there so many delayed games? Look, I'm not hearing what's going on there. I don't know if Sean Payton got the play call out on time. I don't know if Sean Payton took 10 minutes to get the play calls out. But we have had way too many delayed games. You see a lot of delayed games with young quarterbacks, but the amount that the Broncos have had this year has been absurd. And that does go on Sean Payton just as much as that goes on Bo Nix. Bo Nix needs to complete some passes early in the game. Look, man, it takes him way too long to get into rhythm. Against the Raiders, he sucked in the first half. He figured it out in the second half. Against the Chargers, he sucked in the first three quarters. He figured it out in the fourth quarter. I don't even know if I'm going to give him credit for figuring it out in the fourth quarter because it was all garbage time. The Chargers are going to prevent defense. We went into 2-minute mode. It's not as hard as you think to complete passes in a 2-minute drill. It's hard to finish the drive, but it is not hard to actually move the sticks and move down the field. It's not good enough, man. Bit surprised that the defense got dominated the way they did. You wouldn't know it necessarily by the total point score. It's not like they gave up 40 points, but they gave up 10, 12, 15 play drives. That's getting your ass kicked, man. That is getting your ass kicked. That is an old school ass kicking. And now the Broncos got a short week. They don't have a whole lot of time to figure things out. When you play on a Thursday night, they will not have one single padded practice this week. You would think that you actually stay in the building longer on a short week when you're preparing on Thursday night. They actually do the opposite. They get you out of the building quicker. You go all walkthroughs and you get out of the building because it is important for your body to get some recovery. They don't want you on your feet all too long. It's smart, the science behind it, but my point is they don't get an opportunity to get a real practice in before New Orleans. So they got to live with this taste. And then they got to come out on Thursday night. Losing Pat Surtain sucked. I've had my share of concussions, and when I banged my head on the ground like Pat did, those were my worst concussions. So cross my fingers, hope and pray for Pat that he's okay, first and foremost. And then you start to think about when can you get him back. Well, you're damn sure not getting him back on a short week. You're not getting Pat Surtain back on Thursday night this week. I didn't see the New Orleans game, but I had a bunch of people texting in saying that Spencer Rattler actually played pretty good football for New Orleans today. I'll go back and I'll look at it later. I'll make my own opinion on it. Broncos are now at a pivotal point of the season. You went on a winning streak there, which was awesome. But now do they know how to handle adversity? And that's been the part that I've been waiting to see from Bo Nix. When he gets punched in the mouth, can he bounce back? Can he punch back? And I don't know if this team's got that. I don't think they've got the ability to fight back through adversity. So if the defense isn't playing perfect football, it's going to be tough to win football games. Look, they've won 3 games because the defense has played out of their minds. They won 3 straight because the defense played out of their damn minds. You can't count on that every single week. It's just not going to happen. At some point, the offense has to win a football game also. We haven't had that game yet. Maybe Tampa. Maybe you could give it to the offense in Tampa. But they've been competitive because of the defense. And now the defense is sitting there like, look, man, like we had an average game for once. Can you guys help us out? Troy Franklin, can you catch a ball? Sean Payton, can you come up with a better 2-point conversion than the fly sweep to Marvin Mims? Defense is going to get frustrated. It's going to happen. It's human nature. It absolutely is. Go through some of the comments here, catch up with you guys before I end the broadcast. That was close. Not really. Not as close as you think. Wasn't all Bo's fault. Turnovers by Javonte and the defense sucked, especially for being a top D in the league. Yeah, the Javonte Williams can't put the ball on the ground, and he damn sure can't do it twice. I'm not putting it all on Bo Nix, but he's got his fair share of the blame. Defense, points-wise, didn't give up a ton of points, but they did get their asses kicked because they ran the ball down our throats. Stupid Chargers fan who's been in all my broadcasts for like the last 5 days, he's back. Bull gang, let's go. Yeah, you suck. Scram. Deshaun smoked the bong before games. Hope not. You don't have 3 wins without that D, that's for sure. I think I saw Moxie with the team. They didn't mail it in. I disagree with you there, Dan. They moved the ball in garbage time. I'm not putting too much, I'm not banking too much on what happened at the end of the game there. Thursday night, hope they don't embarrass themselves in front of the world. Yeah, you and me too. I'm worried, though. I'm worried on a short week. Thanks for your watch along. It's great to see you doing this. No problem. I appreciate all 2,000 of you that are watching right now. I love you guys. I'm still in on Bo Nix for now. I'm not out on Bo. Don't hear me wrong. Criticism does not mean I'm out on the young man. He's a young quarterback that is trying to figure things out, but I was hoping to have more progress. I was hoping to go from point A to point B to point C, and it's not going to be in a straight line. It's going to be like a stock chart. We're going to go up, we're going to go down, we're going to go up, we're going to go down, but at the end of the year, we just got to keep getting higher and higher, and that was not a game that got higher for Bo. That was a game that went down. 8-9, shoot. You go 8-9 at the end of the year, that's a successful season, in my opinion. It wasn't about this year. Shut up, Chargers fan. So did they play with heart anyway? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they could have packed their bags at the end of the game. They didn't pack their bags. At least when you turn on the film in the fourth quarter, those boys don't have to hide from the film. They came out with effort. They didn't fold the tent. They kept fighting. That $20 million a year coach needs to start earning his keep. I don't disagree. At the very least, he's got to stop being a part of the problems. Your head coach cannot be a part of the game day problems. Broncos tears, yum. Shut up, Donald. Yeah, the Bolts fans chiming in all of a sudden. Broncos fans drinking the Kool-Aid after that 3-game win streak. Thought you could beat the Chargers. I actually predicted a loss in this game. Do a radio show, Columbus Hastings, DMAC, 12-3 every single day over there on Altitude 92.5. If you haven't tuned in, best show in town, if I do say so myself. I predicted the Broncos were going to lose this game, but I did not predict the offense looking as crap-tastic as it did. And that was crap-tastic. Thought the offensive line is going to have a lot of questions after this game. Pretty disappointed in the performance. And you know what? Those guys are making too much money to be struggling. The offensive line has to be a part of the solution. When you invest big bucks on the O-line, they need to earn their money. Plain and simple. I thought Garrett Bowles was catching with his body way too much in pass protection today. He was rapping, using his arms, trying to block with his chest. You got to block with your hands, man. You got to punch. You got to be violent with your hands. Violent hands. This damn fan base is so weak. Last week we're on top of the world, praising everybody. This week it's all burning to the ground. That's not what it's about. Last week it wasn't about being on top of the world, and this week it ain't about burning it to the ground. It's about healthy criticism. It's about constructive criticism. And when I talk to you guys, I talk as if I'm a coach in the building. I talk as how I would address these guys in the team meeting room, what I'm seeing on film. And some people say the best time to learn is after losses. I think the best time to learn is after a win. So now it's even more challenging after a loss. It's way easier to coach guys after a win because everybody's in a good mood. All right, Broncos got the short week now. They got to figure some things out. I love you guys. I appreciate you all tuning in. Mount Palumba Speaks. If you have not subscribed over on YouTube yet, will you please do that? Will you head over there right now? Give me a subscribe. If you're on Twitter watching the broadcast right now, just go into my bio. Links right there. We got fresh content pouring in every single day. I'll have the all 22. I'll do my game film review of this on Tuesday. I believe Coach Mike Sanford, the old interim head coach for the Buffaloes, I think he's going to be a guest with me on Tuesday. We'll do that Tuesday at 8 p.m. We'll do the all 22 film review. We'll do it live. We'll get Coach's perspective on the quarterback. He'll have a better perspective than I do. He coached quarterbacks his entire career. And we got content that's pumping out every single day. So stay tuned. Stay subscribed. Appreciate y'all. Tough loss. Hope you all have a better rest of your Sunday. Mount Palumba's out. Love you guys.